Is email marketing dead? Absolutely not. Email marketing is probably more alive than it's ever been. Now is the time to create your own brand and build a community through your own channel. There is no other channel besides email marketing where you have full complete ownership. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, those can get banned, they can go down. You might be censored on what you can say. Email marketing is more alive than ever. And today I'm going to show you how we added 22% in extra revenue through email marketing alone. In this video, I'm going to go over how to set up your main flows, how to set up a pop-up, how to optimize, how to set up your campaigns, and also get your tracking set up. This is a complete mastermind for Klaviyo and email marketing, and I'm going to be sharing some of my agency secrets with you today. So make sure that you give this video a like and a subscribe and that you watch it fully through. There's gonna be so much information. It's the most in-depth that I've ever gone. So stay tuned and enjoy. So the first thing we're gonna do is hop into Klaviyo, and I'm gonna show you the results from one of our clients in the last 30 days. As you can see, we added nearly 22% to the revenue through email marketing alone. Now, when we first got this client, they had a very outdated, no automations in place, no campaign sending out. They were in a rut. They were not doing anything. So we came in, built them some automation, sent out a couple campaigns, and optimized their pop-up to make sure that they were adding an additional 22% in revenue to their store. So, and in today's video, I'm gonna show you exactly how we did that. So there's two things that you need to know. You have your flows, which are automations, and then you have your campaigns, which are a one-time send out to your subscribers. Now, it's important to know the difference between that because I'm going to get into it a little bit more and show you how you can set up. I'm going to get into it a little bit more and show you how you can set up some amazing automations that can bring nearly 10% to your revenue. So for the flows that we have here, as you can see on the screen, we have our welcome series flow. So this is a flow whenever someone signs up through a pop-up on their store and they opt in, they will get a welcome to the company. This is going to be your number one driver of revenue. Next, you have your abandoned checkout. If someone leaves after they've started a checkout, they will receive an email. This helps recover lost sales, people who are almost ready to make that purchase, but just didn't for some reason. Then we have our post, which is our post customer thank you. This is just thanking the customer for making that purchase and that we hope to see them again in the future. And then we have our site abandonment, which is if someone goes onto the Shopify site and they leave without making a purchase, we will retarget them through email, asking them if they want to make a purchase. So while these are not all the core flows that you need, these are the flows that have been working for this client in the past 30 days. We will be adding like a browse abandonment, abandoned checkout, and many more other flows to fully optimize and really get out all that revenue. But as you can see, with just these only 4 flows really bringing in money right now, we have been able to nearly add 22% or $7,200 to their revenue. So email marketing is not dead. It is alive, and it's a great opportunity to, like I said, own your channel. So let's get right into one of our flows. Let's get into the welcome series flow. So as you can see from this welcome series flow, in the past 30 days, we've been able to generate them almost $3,600 from just one simple automation consisting of 4 emails, and this can be cut down to even 2 emails because in our case, this flow is only really generating most of its revenue from 2 emails, and that's kind of what I want to talk about while we dissect this flow. The open rate. You want to have at least a 20% open rate or more, and if not, you want to be testing your subject lines. So one way to do this is doing an A/B test, and that's what I recommend everybody does when they are first getting started with email marketing. Constantly test which subject line resonates with your audience and your customer. You need to learn how to speak to your customers. You have to learn what message to send them. What do they really resonate with? You have to almost build a customer avatar within your own email marketing channel. So as you can see, we have a 60% open rate. That is amazing, with a 13% place order rate. That means 13% of the people that receive this email are placing an order. And as you can see, it has made up nearly most of the revenue coming from this flow, with $3.3 thousand just from one email alone. That's the power of email marketing. You can make $3.3 thousand from just one email alone, And this has only been sent out to around 200 people. Imagine if this list was bigger, you could be hitting way higher numbers than that. Maybe your open rate and your place order rate will go down a little bit, but with these numbers, they are on a great track. So now we have our other email, which is email number 2. As you can see, we have a 48% open rate and a 1.4 place order rate. It gets a little low because we are converting so much on that first email, we almost don't even need the second email. Nearly 13% of people who come through are placing an order, and that is fantastic. If you can get anywhere from a 1 to 3% place order rate, you're doing something well. And then we have some more emails through here, and this is where it really dies down a little bit because we are getting most of these sales from that first and second email. But the way we have this set up is we are not selling so much. So the only time we're really selling in this series is the incentive, which got them initially to sign up through the pop-up, which is, I believe in this case was free shipping or maybe even 10% off, something, a very small discount, but it was a big enough incentive to allow them to opt in so we can retarget them later and communicate with them through email marketing. So you might be asking, okay, I'm brand new to email marketing. How do I get these numbers? How do I get people to opt into my list? So what I'm going to show you now is how to create a pop-up form that you can place on your e-commerce website so that you can incentivize people to sign up for your list and you can see numbers like this. So these sign-up forms are very important. I think it's one of the first things that you should honestly build out, because this is, if you have nobody in your list, this is going to be the way that you grow your email list and that you can retarget them through campaigns and flows. So in this list, we have, let's dig into a little bit deeper. Let's see some analytics on this list. As you can see from this number right here, around 3.3 thousand people came to the website and saw this email. We converted 278 people to join that list in only 30 days. That's 278 people that you can communicate through your own channel on email marketing, and that's a submission rate of 8.19%. That's an amazing. Most conversion rates I see are around 3 to 5%. So if you can convert 5%, you're doing something right. Now, as I said in the flows, you have to constantly test and optimize. Now, we went with a simple sign up form where we had a picture with a basic incentive attached to it, an offer. I think it was either free shipping or like 5 or 10% off, something really basic and something that you see a lot of other companies doing. But the way that we messaged it was very engaging. There's a lot about the copy, and we tested and constantly found the right one that fit. And we were able to pull these sort of numbers. So the name of the game is test. You want to be like a scientist. If I use this subject line, will this happen? If I use this body or this copy, will this happen? You always want to test and optimize. And one thing I can't stress enough is make sure that you're only A/B testing one thing out of a time. So if you want to test a subject line against another subject line, only A/B split test that at one time. Don't try to test a subject line with a time delay or with a different copy. Make sure it's one thing being tested against the same variable to make sure that you find the significant factor if what's working. Because if you were to test a subject line along with a different copy, you're not sure which one's actually converting more. It could be the copy or it could be the subject line. So make sure you're only testing one thing at a time, and make sure the thing that you're testing has a significant difference than the other thing. So what I see a lot of people do is they'll have a subject line and they'll have an emoji attached to it, and then they'll test it against the same subject line without the emoji. Do not do that. Either have a completely different subject line or don't test that subject line at all. So when you're first getting set up, the first thing you want to focus on is getting your 4 core flows set up. I see a lot of people debate what those core flows are. I like to use the welcome series, the site abandonment, the abandoned cart, as well as the browse abandonment if we can. So make sure you get those set up, and I guarantee you within 1 month you'll be able to generate at least 5 to 10% revenue just from email marketing alone if everything is set up correctly. So once those are all set up and all complete, what you're going to want to do is send some campaigns out. So by this time you should have a little bit of data, and you should have been building your list a little bit, growing it slightly. And with these new people, added to your list, what you're going to do is send out highly targeted campaigns. Now, I see a lot of companies, they do, once they get this list big enough, they do an email blast to everyone on their subscriber list. Do not do that. That's how you will end up in the spam or the promotions tab. What you're going to want to do is send to highly engaged customers. That could be engaged in 30 days, engaged in 3 months. You could send it out to VIP customers, brand enthusiasts. Once you get enough data and your list starts growing, you want to become very segmented. You want to alter your messaging to the specific type of people that you are targeting. So you want to set up your core 4 flows. Next, once you get some email subscribers added to your list, you want to slowly start sending out campaigns. You can just send out 1 a month until you get a big enough list. You don't want to over spam them, so be careful with that. But before you do any of this, what I do recommend is setting up your tracking, and I'll show you how to do that right now. The first thing you want to do is set up your tracking. Once you set this up, you're pretty much good to go. So you want to go over to the left hand side column over here and select integrations, and it'll bring you to a page where you can search for whatever e-commerce platform you're using. Right now, this client works with Shopify. I'm not going to scroll because I don't want to give away my client, but pretty much to add this tracking, you're just going to select this automatically add Klaviyo onsite JavaScript. So once you get that all set up, you'll be able to track these amazing metrics like a bounce, like canceled order, active onsite, checkout started, fulfilled order, order product, placed order, refunded order, all these things that are going to help you really hone in your messaging to your customers. So it's important that you set this up, and this is the first thing that you do. So what you first want to do is 1, set up your tracking. 2, get your core flows set up, create a pop-up, and then send out some targeted campaigns to your new subscribers. Once you get all that set up, I guarantee you within 30 days, you'll see anywhere from either 10 to 20% added to your revenue, and you'll be thanking me later. So if you are an e-commerce store making around $20,000 up to $1 million per month, I'm going to leave a link down below where you can schedule a call with me and we can do a free Klaviyo audit of your email marketing account. If you do not have email marketing set up and are interested in getting into email marketing, make sure that you do book that call with me. I'm happy to help and walk you through the steps on getting started. And with that being said, I hope you guys have a great day.